I think a lot of people treat their pain as their pet. It's what I go back to. I kind of nurture it. Oh, this is my pain. They did this to you. That's right. Oh, it was so sad. It was so hard. I'm never going to forgive him. I'm never going to forget. So you're having this pity party. And sometimes they've moved on with their lives. Sometimes you don't understand how or why. Whatever the reason, you're not having a pity party with your pain. Doesn't mean ignore it, but don't celebrate it, for Christ's sakes. It's just, that's not really right.
True forgiveness came when I experienced being in an abusive relationship, and the Holy Spirit told me to actually call the person and tell them I forgive them. And so that took a while for me to really grasp my mind around that, because I didn't understand why I had to do that, because I felt like I forgive them, like it's fine, like I'm not gonna be with them anymore, they're not in my space, I forgive them, that's fine. And I forgive myself for allowing myself to be in that situation, but it just kept coming to me, like call them and tell me forgive them, call and tell me forgive them. So finally, I call and say, I forgive you, I love you, I don't wish anything bad to happen to you. I pray that anything you've been wanting God to do in your life, that He does. That was huge for me. That was actual forgiveness. And when I got off the phone, I felt like this weight lifted off of me. And it was even emotional for me, because in that moment, I realized that's forgiveness.
The first step in trying to move forward is finding out what you really want. What hurt me the most? And I think once you identify the pain and why, were you hurt by their actions, were you hurt because you felt ignored or, violated or whatever, find out the source. And then you have to you have to take yourself through the process, sometimes by yourself.
That doesn't mean you forget what happened, because we're human. We're going to have memories and we're going to remember, but it's not the same memory. Now, when I think of it, I feel like I changed the way I viewed it. Yes, I still see it as a memory that was hurtful, but I see it also like that person is still loved by God, and that person still experiences God's grace and God's mercy, because that person is also a child of God, just like I am. And who am I not to love that person just because they made a decision that was opposing to love? I still have to love that person. God commands us to love each other as we love ourselves. If I love that person like I love myself, that means I have to forgive that person truly and deeply.
How do I feel? What am I going to do? God, give me the strength. I choose to forgive. I choose to be better. I'm going to rise above whatever that was, so I don't stop the progress of my life. Sometimes those situations can really stop major decisions in your life because of fear or anxiety or anger or whatever it is.
You don't always have to bring them back to your space, but sending them love and being genuine about it, not just because, people say, I forgive the person, and when you forgive somebody, it's not for them, that's for you. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it for them, but no, you are too, and that's okay. That's okay to know that person hurt me, and that was real foul. But you know what? God's love and grace and mercy is sufficient, and I'm going to love that person anyway, and I'm not going to allow what happened to change my view of who God is in my life. God is love, and I'm going to give that love, because it weighed on me not to. That prayer is powerful, like, God, show me who you are. God doesn't just show you who He is as like a genie, like, all right, I'm going to show you that I can bless you and I'm going to take you higher than you've ever been. Like, no, God is going to show you who He is. God is love, God is mercy, God is forgiveness, God is peace. I'm not about to block my blessing and stifle anything that God has for me because I refuse to forgive. It's not happening. I have to forgive.
Never, never, ever, ever let unforgiveness hold such a tight grip on your heart that it stops you from living. Anything that stops you from living is bad, and unforgiveness can do that. Choose today to forgive.